First of all, we were supposed to have a live class today, but the management, the principal and the deputy told us not to have live classes today. Although I know some teachers are going ahead, but they told me not to have a live class today. We're going to have a live class Monday, okay? So on Monday, we're going to have a class on Google Classroom. So all you have to do on Monday, and I just have to confirm the time, and I'm going to put that up on Google Classroom when the time is. But all you have to do is you have to open up Google Classroom, the app on your phone, and on the main page there's a little camera button up the top right, a camera icon, and you tap that at the time that I tell you to, and that'll bring you into a live class where we can go through some questions, and if anyone has any issues, they can ask me, oh sir, can you go through question 5 or question 6, and we can have a chat about it. And the class is gonna be about 40 minutes long, okay? And if people are happy with me recording it, I will record it so that other people who aren't there can watch it. If anybody isn't happy, let me know and I won't record it. So just send me an email if you're not happy for me to record the classes, and I won't record them. I want all of you to have your cameras turned off though. I'm going to have my camera turned off and you'll just be able to see my screen on my laptop. And I want, if everybody could have their mics on mute at the start, and if anyone has any questions, they can send in a message and I can tell you to take your mic off. Because if everybody has their mic on, there's a lot of background noise and it can be hard for students to hear while I'm talking. But all you have to do is send me a little message inside of the Google Meets. There's 3 little buttons that you tap and then it goes send chat or whatever. And you send me a message, say, sir, I have a question. And I'll tell you, okay, turn your mic on and we'll go through it. So with that being said, let's have a look at today's video. Okay, today's video, all I'm doing is going to go through this question 2, which is what I gave you to do on Wednesday. Now, a good few of you had a go at it, and you all did really well. For your first attempt, I was really happy. A lot of you got pretty much all of it right. Some people made small mistakes, but that's totally grand. It's been a while since we've worked with any formulas, so I'd say you're rusty. So today I'm going to go through this and I'm going to point out some places where students made mistakes. And if that's you, well then brilliant. If it's not, maybe you can be aware of it for other sums because you might make a different mistake in a different sum, if you know what I mean. So here we've got our formula and I've got the question here and I've got A, B and C. And I've written it down just here, what A, B, and C is, and I've put the signs in front just so I don't get confused. And I'm going to plug these numbers into the formula. So this is a minus B. Now B is 6. A minus by a plus is a minus. So it's going to be, I'll do this in a different color. That's going to be a minus 6. And I'll try to make my 6 I'm trying to make my 6 look different than my B. It's quite difficult. And it's plus or minus the square root of B squared. Now B is plus 6, so that is 6 squared minus 4AC. Minus 4 multiplied by A, which is 1, and by C, which is 4. And what I'll do is in a slightly different color, just so you can see, I'm going to do this part of the sum over here on the right. Now, this is where some people made mistakes. A good few people made mistakes here. They forgot what squared means. Squared doesn't mean 6 multiplied by 2. Squared means 6 multiplied by 6. So 6 squared is the same as 6 multiplied by 6, which is 36. And then minus 4 multiplied by 1 is minus 4. And then that's minus 4. And minus 4 multiplied by 4 is minus 16. So that's minus 4 multiplied by 1 multiplied by 4. That gives us minus 16. So 36 minus 16 is 20. Okay. I'll just go back to blue, and that's all over, sorry, that's all over 2a, and a is 1. So 2 multiplied by 1. So our next line will be minus 6 plus or minus the square root of 20 all over 2. 2 multiplied by 1 is 2. Now, here's where we split the sum. And everybody who had a go at this, you all split the sum, and you did that perfectly. So that was great. Now, minus 6 plus or minus the square root of 20. So let's just put a little this. Minus 6. I'll do the plus first. And over here, minus 6 minus. And I'll put the 2 there. Now, what we have to find out next is what is the square root of 20. So, where is it? Calculator. All right. Where will I put this? Up here. Now, the square root of 20. So this calculator is a little different. I have to put the number in first and then hit the square root button. And on your calculator, you may press the square root button first and then hit the number. And this square root button, you see, has a little 2 beside it. Yours probably won't. I know most mobile phones just have the square root sign and don't have the 2 beside it, okay? So don't worry about this. This is just because it's the laptop computer. Now let's have a look at this. We can round this number up really quickly by looking at the next number after the 7. So there's 2 numbers after the decimal point, and then what's the next number after the 7? It's a 2. So 2 rounds down, so we leave that as 4.47. So 4.47. So 4.47. 4.47. Okay. Pretty much everybody got that correct. They used the calculator and they used the square root sign perfectly. So now I'll just use the calculator again. And now I'm going to clear that. Make sure you clear and clear again until it says AC. All right. Now, minus, I'm going to do the one on the left first. Minus 6 minus, or sorry, apologies, minus 6 plus 4.47. Now, a few people were then hitting divide by 2. So you can't do that. What you have to do first is you have to put in minus 6 plus 4.47, and then you hit the equal sign. Okay? Then, excuse me, then you divide that by 2. And that gives us minus 0.765. Now, a few people made mistakes here, but I was very happy if they got to here. If you got to here, I was really happy with you. But just remember that 5 rounds up. Okay, so 5 rounds up. So this should be minus 0.77. So the answer here is minus 0.77. That's our first answer. Okay, now our next one that we're going to do, I don't know if you can hear all those dogs barking in the background. How good the mic is on these headphones. Minus 6 minus, oh, again, I didn't clear the calculator. Minus 6 minus 4.47. Then the equal sign. So that gives us minus 10.47. Then divide that by 2. And that gives you minus 5.235. And again, the 5 rounds up, so that 3 becomes a 4. So it's minus 5.24. Minus 5.24. And I am just going to write or draw a line under both of those in red and make it really clear that these are our 2 answers. And that was it. I was really happy with how you did in that sum there. And again, people made mistakes here at this point, and then they made mistakes with their calculators here. Okay, they were saying -6 plus 4.2, 4.47 divided by 2, whereas they should have done -6 plus 4.47, and then on the calculator they should have hit an equal sign, and then your answer is divided by 2, and then you hit the equal sign again, and then you get the final answer. So that was where people were making mistakes here. It was just a calculator error. And again, if you're getting to here, you're doing really well. And then the final bit where some people made mistakes is they just made small mistakes rounding up. But if you even got to this stage, I gave you full marks because you're only starting doing these. And you did such a great job. So today, what I'd like you to do is I would like you to have a look at this for a second. These are from the textbook, so if you have the textbook, you can go to the quadratic formula section, or you can just look at them on your phone now. We have done this one already. That's the example I did on Wednesday's video. We've done this one for homework. What I would like you to do is I'd like you to do 3, 4, and 5. If you want to do more, please do. You know, if you want to do more and send them to me, brilliant. But I'd like you to do 3, 4, and 5 and send me a picture of the 3. Now, where people might make mistakes, okay? The difference between this sum here and this sum here, okay, is the minus numbers, okay? Here we have A, here we have B, and here we have C. A is plus 1. B is plus 2. However, C is -5. So be careful of minus numbers when you're putting it into the formula, okay? And that's it. I'll see you on Monday, on Monday. And if you have any questions, just give me a shout. Try and submit the homework through Google Classroom. So take a photo of your homework and send it in through Google Classroom, because it's easier for me to keep track of your homework and who's submitted what. And if we do go to predictive grades at the end of the year, if that happens, I will definitely from now on, I will be taking homework into account, okay? So I know I don't give a lot of homework before Christmas, but from now on, from this class on, homework will be a factor. And exam results will be a factor, and effort levels will be a factor, and things like that. But hopefully it won't come to that. I don't know how you feel about it, but we can have a chat about that on Monday if you want. We can try and guess what's going to happen, because I did not think there would be another lockdown, and yet here we are. So have a go at 3, 4, and 5, and let me know if you have any questions. And I hope you're well, and have a great weekend.